morning. Thanks for joining us today. I'm Chloe Herbert Ballantyne.
And I'm Sheila Reed. Here are some of the stories we're following for you this morning from the On the Record newsroom. On October 13th, TMU students received an email from Community Safety and Security warning of a potential threat of anti-Semitic demonstrations on campus. In a statement to On the Record, TMU said that the alert was sent in response to the Global Day of Jihad. Our reporting was able to debunk this threat as misinformation pushed largely by far-right media outlets. The university has yet to provide any additional information on their sourcing and has not responded to our report. You can go to our website, ontherecordnews.ca, to read the full report.
The Toronto Public Library experienced major network outages this week after being hit with a cyber attack. Here's reporter Parker Tice with the story.
As of October 28th, the Toronto Public Library has been addressing a cybersecurity incident that has rendered several services unavailable for usage at branches across the Toronto area. The TPL has issued a statement as of November 1st saying that branches are open as scheduled, Wi-Fi is available, and branch telephone lines are working. Materials can be borrowed and returned in branches until further notice, but their digital collections, public computers, and printing services continue to be inaccessible to the public. They are unable to comment on the outages besides the online statement.
I'm not able to see which libraries have available study space. I'm not able to renew any of my books. I've had to sort of spend a lot more time looking for the resources that I'm actually hoping to use than I am using the resources. When you're at a library like the reference library that has like 6 floors of book stacks, it takes forever. I commute back and forth between here and Brampton, so I can't be spending, hours in the library looking for what I need. And for people like me who use the library services a lot, I feel like this has been extremely inconvenient.
The TPL statement reassures users that they have proactively prepared for cybersecurity issues and promptly initiated measures to mitigate potential impacts. They continue that it may take several days for all systems to be restored. For On the Record News, I'm Parker Tice.
A court battle over Ontario's agriculture gag laws kicked off in Toronto this week. On the Record's Angie Callis attended the rally and has more.
Ontario ag gangs, strike it down! Ontario ag gangs, strike it down!
A rally organized by advocacy group Animal Justice took place by the entrance of the Superior Court of Justice in Toronto on Monday, October 30th. The rally was held in support of overturning the Security from Trespass and Animal Safety Act laws that were passed back in 2020. Protesters joined the rally hoping that the court drops Bill 156, which prohibits undercover filming or interacting with animals on private property without authorization. Camille Lupchuk, who is the executive director of the organization, was able to share a few words about the purpose of the movement.
We're here today outside the courthouse where Animal Justice, my nonprofit, is challenging a law passed by Doug Ford that makes it illegal to go undercover on a farm or the slaughterhouse to expose hidden animal cruelty. We think this violates the Charter of Rights because it restricts people's free expression, and it was passed to cover up cruelty at the behest of the meat industry. And instead of passing these types of laws, the government should be passing laws to protect animals on farms.
Photos of Regan Russell were scattered among rally attendees. Russell was an animal rights advocate who was ran over and killed by an employee at a pig farm whilst peacefully protesting. She's often used by animal rights advocates as an example for the importance of overturning the bill. While the hearing went on from October 30th till November 1st, the final decision will take about 3 to 6 months. For On the Record, I'm Angie Callas.
The city may soon ask the federal government to turn Toronto's armories into makeshift shelters for those experiencing homelessness. Mayor Olivia Chow's executive committee voted in favor of calling on the Canadian government to establish a regional refugee centre, as well as asking for funding and allowing for emergency accommodation in government sites. This is not the first time the city has considered using its armories as shelters. Armories located at Moss Park and Fort York have been turned into makeshift shelters on multiple occasions.
Despite reversing his decision to develop Ontario's Greenbelt, Doug Ford and his government aren't out of the woods yet. The latest development in the Greenbelt controversy comes from the release of internal documents obtained by the advocacy organization Environmental Defense. The documents show that expanding urban boundaries may have financially benefited Premier Ford's developer friends in places like Hamilton and Peel Region. While Ford continues to deny any wrongdoing, his government's role in the Greenbelt land swaps is under investigation by the RCMP.
Toronto has been named the rattiest city in Canada for the second year in a row. Pest control company Orkin released its annual list of Canadian cities with the most rodent issues. The company said the list is based on the amount of residential and commercial rodent calls they received between August 2022 and July 2023. Mississauga and Scarborough were the only other cities in the GTA to rank in the top 10, and the city of Vancouver ranked second overall.
Did you know TMU has a concrete canoe club? On the Record's Maria Robinson interviewed the team about their process of building and racing concrete canoes. Last year, they placed first in Ontario at the Canadian National Concrete Canoe Competition with their cow-themed design, TMU. It was a play on the school's new name, TMU. This year, the team hopes to float to the top again by focusing on sustainability. Read the full story from Maria by visiting our website ontherecordnews.ca.
Taylor Swift is back in the headlines this week after crossing a significant monetary milestone. Here's Tori Goodwin with your entertainment scoop.
I'm Tori Goodwin, and here's your entertainment update. Forbes recently reported that Taylor Swift is officially a billionaire. This news comes after the first stint of Swift's highly regarded Eras tour in film, earning her reportedly over $200 million. The photo you see here is from Swift's Instagram announcing the premiere of her movie. Forbes also reported that she was the first musician to earn this financial success only from her concerts and albums. Swift has been in the process of re-recording and re-releasing her older albums. The most recent one to be released is 1989, Taylor's version. More news and music, the Beatles released their final song this week. The release of the song, titled Now and Then, was made possible with the help of AI. Producers were able to separate vocals from John Lennon recorded in the 1970s and guitar parts from George Harrison from the 90s to complete the song. The music video, available on YouTube, debuted today. And sadly, actor Matthew Perry passed away at the age of 54. Last year, in an interview on Q with Tom Power, Perry said that when he is gone, he would like to be remembered for helping people, specifically how he helped those struggling with addiction. Last year, Perry published a memoir, the cover of which you see here, which was shared on his Instagram. Perry is also remembered for his role as Chandler Bing on the hit sitcom Friends. That's all for entertainment this week. Thanks for watching. I'm Tori Goodwin.
The number of daylight hours we have is slowly getting smaller, and so are the temperatures. Here's Angie Callis with your next week's forecast.
Good morning, TMU. Thank you for tuning in to On the Record Weather. Let's take a look at today's temperature highs. Toronto's high is 11 degrees with a gust of wind going as strong as 41 kilometers per hour. So keep a heavy jacket with you throughout the day to make sure you don't catch that cold. Neighboring cities Hamilton, Mississauga, and Brampton have the highs of 11 as well, while Barrie, Newmarket, and Oshawa have a slightly cooler high of 10 degrees with strong winds. Going on to the 5-day forecast of this week, similar to today, tomorrow is going to be a mix of sun and clouds throughout the day, while Sunday is going to be more windy with light rain. As the week progresses, temperatures will continue to decrease. Heavy rain showers are expected to be on Monday. On Tuesday, we'll see 7 degrees. However, on Wednesday, rain will be slightly lighter, but temperatures will go as low as 1. And that's your weather update. I'm Angie Callas from On the Record. Back to you, Chloe and Sheila.
Now, let's turn to sports. On the Record reporter Kayla Fonte was able to talk to TMU men's basketball recruit Jacoby Neath after he transferred to TMU after spending 4 seasons in the NCAA. If you missed it, she gave us this profile.
Thanks, guys. This week, I had a chance to talk to Jacoby Neath, who is one of the additions to the TMU men's basketball team. He transferred here after playing 4 years in the NCAA, spending 2 seasons with Wake Forest and 2 with Wisconsin. The guard has dealt with several injuries during his career, but he's a former BioSteel All-Canadian Game MVP and won a Big Ten regular season championship in 2022. The Toronto native transferred to TMU to continue his rehab and education at home. Stay tuned with On the Record News to find out what Neith had to say about his transfer to TMU and this upcoming season. I'm Kayla Fonte for On the Record. Back to you guys in the studio.
You can read the full conversation between Jacoby and Kayla at our website, ontherecordnews.ca. And that's all for On the Record News this Friday, November 3rd, 2023. I'm Chloe Herbert-Ballantyne.
And I'm Sheila Reed. Join us for On the Record next week as we round out the latest stories from the OTR newsroom. A reminder, you can send us your story ideas for investigation on our Allegedly column. Scan the QR code here.
Plus, for News 24/7, visit our website, ontherecordnews.ca. Have a great weekend, everyone.